The movie Titanic starts with researcher Brock Lovitch and his team finding the wreck of RMS Titanic, hoping to recover the heart of the ocean, an antique necklace with a large diamond that is believed to have sunk with the ship in 1912. Rose Dawson, owner of the necklace, is brought aboard and recounts her experience on the Titanic.
It really was.
The movie follows the beautiful love story between Rose and Jack. Rose is a wealthy 17-year-old set to marry Cal to maintain her upper-class status, and Jack, a young artist who won his third-class ticket to the Titanic in a poker game. Though the movie highlights Jack and Rose's forbidden love, much disparity can be seen throughout the narrative between third-class passengers and those with upper-class status. From their accommodations on the ship to the way they're treated, the movie Titanic does a great job at underlying a pressing issue at the time, masked by Rose and Jack's apparent love for one another.
I'm flying! Jack.
Based on the true story, the Titanic sank on April 14, 1912, leaving 1,317 passengers dead, 76% of them being third-class passengers.
Mr. Lightoller! Why are the boats being launched half full?
Not now, Mr. Andrews.
There, look. 20 or so in a boat built for 65, and I saw one boat with only 12. 12?
Well,
The North Korean regime is based on a caste system, also known as the Sungbun system, which classifies North Korean citizens as loyal, wavering, or hostile. Unlike in the Titanic, this caste system is not based on financial status, but rather it ranks its citizens based on their family's political background. The Sungbun system punishes its citizens and those who are deemed disloyal to the leadership, founding the majority of human rights abuses in North Korea. UN agencies and human rights groups have documented vast abuses, some including camps of political prisoners, public executions, and information control. The three classes are further subdivided into 51 categories, which determine the mix of privileges each citizen is granted. The core or loyal class is composed of family members of those who fought for North Korea or those who are utterly loyal to the Kim regime, thus receiving significant privileges. The wavering class is composed of those whose loyalty to the party is deemed questionable, but who can still serve the regime through economic or political performance. And the hostile class is composed of those who are disloyal to the regime, including those whose past family was part of this class. These citizens are deemed enemies and suffer the most traumatic victimizations of the system.
Because North Korea still does this thing called guilt by association. Which means if one person does something wrong, 3 generations of family get punished. That is why when I came out, spoke out publicly, and denouncing Kim Jong-un as a dictator, 3 generations of my family got punished for my crime. Kim Jong-un says it's a crime.
In the movie, Rose, who had priority shot in a lifeboat, jumps out in order to stay with Jack. She's left on their RMS Titanic as the ship sank. Rose and Jack, amongst other passengers, are left in the ocean at sub-degree temperatures where Jack dies of hypothermia before RMS Carpathia is able to rescue the survivors. In North Korea, though the hostile class faces the most discrimination, other classes are also posed with immense restrictions and are by no means considered free.
System. All the leaders of North Korea are heavily monitored, and you have less freedoms, while you may have more privileges of the power or economic benefit. But in terms of freedom, you have less freedom than the grassroots people in North Korea.